Hello, I'm Spencer Easton Riddle. I'm a student for the HBEB 502 class, and this is my public health artifact. I'm presenting a video with a slideshow of different foods that children and adolescents should eat and avoid to become healthier and more educated in dieting and staying away from cafeteria foods and junk food that are being sold to them on TV. Now, a lot of this has to do with being just preparing your own food and making sure you avoid cafeteria food because they're not the healthiest at all schools, and just making sure it's cost effective and easy to prepare. So for breakfast, if if you're not really on schedule, or you're having crunch for time during breakfast, you can just have cereal. And really, I suggest Cheerios or the Kashi Go Lean. The Cheerios are whole grain, which is really good for you, and really one of the only cereals that you should eat. And the Kashi Go Lean is a little bit more expensive and doesn't have as many servings in it. So, but it does have a lot more protein and fiber than the Cheerios. But the Cheerios is probably your best bet in being cost effective. Also, if you have a little more time in the morning, you can also make whole grain toast, or make some eggs, which is a very good source of protein. And whole grain toast would also be a really good source of complex carbs. And also, you can make some oatmeal or some yogurt with fruit, or just have some type of oats to eat with fruit. Really kind of masks the flavor, and fruit is very good for you to start your morning. I would avoid orange juice. I know orange juice is very popular in the morning, but it is loaded with sugar and really doesn't give you it gives a lot of vitamin C, but not as much as you think. And just staying away from just like waffles, pancakes, little bites, stuff like that. I know it's quick and it's easy, but this is very more nutrient dense and a lot better for you. So when you eat that in the morning, you're going to feel a lot better and start your day off the right way. Now, for this next slide, I'm going to go over what you can use for lunch and dinner. So really, I just use the My Plate template for having the adequate number of fruits, vegetables, grains, and protein. And also to have the right dairy. So with lunch and dinner, you want to try to drink water as much as possible, or maybe a glass of milk here and there to get proper vitamin D and calcium. So, but for your grains, you want to try to stay whole grain, not try to have simple carbs, but have complex carbs. So you want to have whole grain. You want to have maybe seeds or nuts or oats or anything like that. Maybe whole grain pasta. Stay away from just regular white pasta. And then for protein, you can have chicken, fish. I would try to stay away from red meat. You can maybe have red meat twice a week. So beef, pork, all that kind of stuff. Easy way to remember this is whatever animal flies and swims is leaner and better for you than whatever animal walks and runs. So fish or chicken or anything like that is going to be a lot better for you than beef or pork or bacon or anything like that. So that's the easy way to remember that. Also, you absolutely have to get vegetables. Spinach, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, anything like that. Because the vegetables are very good for you. They're high in complex carbs, and it helps you get your the adequate vitamins and minerals that you need for your body. And it really, once you get the hang of it, I know they don't taste great, but they actually fill you up more than you think, and it actually gets you feeling a lot better, and you can expend more energy and be in better shape with that. And then with fruits, with lunch and dinner, you probably just want to have like grapes, an apple, banana, really easy for lunch. You can have, kiwi, raspberries, any of that stuff, and none of that stuff is too expensive in grocery stores. So that's easy grab and go. And for dairy, like I said, you want to have a glass of milk. And if you didn't have any dairy in the morning, you want to try to get a cup of yogurt or some cheese or a cheese stick or something in your lunch or dinner, so you can get those dairy products in and get some of that vitamin D and calcium in that you need for your bones. And so moving on to snacks. Now, being in elementary school or high school or middle school, a lot of you do extracurricular activities, so you might be hungry after the school day ends and you need a little boost to go into your sport, band practice, choir, whatever. So really, fruit is really easy and to go, fit in your backpack, whatever. I probably suggest an apple, pear, banana, and orange. Really easy to eat. It's just a fast carb boost, and it's really portable and cost effective as well. You can also eat a variety of nuts, peanuts, walnuts, almonds, all sorts of nuts you can eat. It's slow digestion, and it's gonna help. It's gonna make you feel full and give you a boost of protein as well. Also, I would consider protein bars, and sometimes they can be expensive, so if they're on sale or whatever, but they're really easy and portable, especially if you're gonna expend a lot of energy in your extracurricular activity, like playing a sport or volunteering or help tutoring kids or whatever. Because these protein bars in particular have a lot of carbs, and they have a lot of protein to help you give energy and to kind of give you a boost so you don't feel lackadaisical, or you don't have just any low energy while you're trying to do your extracurricular activities. Now, after that, you have your liquids, like I said we were going to talk about later. So, water is the most important for you because 70% of your body is made of water. So it only makes sense to keep your body full of water. And really, juice and soda have a lot of sugar. If you drink regular soda or regular juice, it was not a terrible thing. If you have Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Mountain Dew, or even light lemonade or anything like that, but try not to have too much of that. I would mainly drink water with most of my meals, and so try to stay away from that because that is a lot of those companies load their juices and sodas with sugars. And for Gatorade, I would say yes and no. If your school has a physical education class that you participate in multiple times a week, then yes, I would suggest it. Or if you're playing a sport, or if you're expending energy at all and you're sweating, then you need to replace that sweat with electrolytes. And that's something that water can't give you. But if you're not sweating, then I wouldn't suggest it because it is filled with sugar and carbs. And water is just a way better replacement for that. Now, after you do an extracurricular activity, you do drink Gatorade. That doesn't mean you can just drink 3 or 4 bottles of Gatorade. I would just have 1 or 2, and then go back to the water, drink some milk, anything like that. So, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope it gave you a little insight on some of the dieting you can work on and some of the things you can do to help live a healthier life and to kind of just grow into your bodies that are meant for you to grow in, and kind of just not just kind of grow into your growth spurts and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I would also suggest physical activity of some sort about 3-4 times a week if you're not playing a sport, just to do something, walk your dog, whatever, because that's very good for you as well. And that is pretty much it. So this is my public health artifact, and I was sharing dieting with children and adolescents. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.